Okay, so on my skin, since you can see that it's, you know, there's something on it. So what is on it is Dior BB cream in 001 together with, and I don't know how it's working together, so this is the first time I actually do them together, just because the BB cream has only 10 SPF and I actually need to use 50, so yeah. So I used the Shiseido 50 SPF together with it, almost half and half. So I thought, since I have kind of lilac on my nails, why not go with the lilac eye as well? It's kind of simple that way. So this is Smashbox cream eyeshadow, and I'm just using a paintbrush like that all over the lid. I think I will go and, you know, take it up kind of like that, not all the way in, but you know, that it won't get too dark over there, that kind of thing. And you kind of have to go pretty fast over to blend it, that it won't, you know, set in a sharp way. And I really should hold the sides of the eye, of course, but I have this in my hand, so well, I don't now then. Really need to blend it out here. I don't want too much dark, and this can be sharp like that for now. See, those set kind of fast actually, they do. And yeah, so I will use it just as a base, so I won't do any more, you know. I will leave it kind of transparent like that and do the same on the other eye, kind of thing. So under eye as well a bit, just a bit here, connect them together a bit, but not all the way at all. I don't think so, at least. And of course straightly blend it, because it seems like this, like I forgot how fast they actually dry those. Set, dry, whatever you want to call it. In the end, it looks really horrendous. In the inner corner I'm using this light concealer. This one is from MaritMakeupManicure, just a tiniest bit, because I don't have a really light cream eyeshadow that's you know, without shimmer. I have lighter ones, but they're all really shimmery, so I prefer to use this if I want to already use something in the inner corner. So I added some of the light concealer. Okay, so since I took the cream eyeshadow too far out here, like you can see that it's far too much out. It's like, instead of being up like that, it's like, oh, this is too much. So I'm just grabbing this Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water, which is really nice and very affordable. So really nice that they came out with that one. And I'm just going down like this, taking this down before I start with anything else, because this is like a base, like I said. So if I have this here, everything will get really stuck on it. When you see something crazy, and yeah, it's kind of funny. Look at that. Okay. Somebody who didn't think I have a hooded eye, and my eyes are kind of a little bit watery today. It's all these changes in the weather here, it's crazy. So that one is really, really hooded today. And this one also is kind of hooded, but it's a bit, you know, a bit less. But this one is also small to begin with, I believe. So that's the challenge now then, to make it look less like this. Well, so I have a base, but that's just so I get everything to stick well. But now I really need to do a crease color here, so some kind of crease color to begin with, and it has to be matte, because yeah, it's better when you have puffiness going to have something completely matte, or as matte as, you know, matte satin is also okay, I think. I will start with this gray color in the crease, and just a fluffy brush like that, just to get something there, like that it's matte and not, you know, too much color to it, so it doesn't get, you know, too stuck with anything here now then. Kind of just to go around the cream shadow. I'm going with this candy apple kind of color. This one is from, what is this? Ofra. Yeah, it's Ofra, and it's actually called candy apple. So it says on its eyeshadow, but I think they have a candy apple that's like just a blush. So, but it's probably a color that's okay for the eyes as well, since this one now they call it eyeshadow. So I'm just taking it with the same brush I used for the grey one. And just here to get some, you know, color like this here, close to it, close to the dark color. Like not all the way inside over there, of course, just really close to this purple. So brow bone, I will put this banana powder. Banana powder, it's called banana, it's from MaritMakeupManicure. And just dab it in here. Oh, that's a little bit too yellow maybe. Too banana. I will soften up this yellow on my brow bone with this bourgeois powder 51. That was just too yellow. I didn't mean to have it that yellow. Now I'm using this plum from Ofra with a smaller brush, and I think today I will just take it also a little bit from here, not completely inside the inner corner, on the lid still, and this one has shine to it, so I'm not going high up with it, just on my lid, on the moving part of the lid, let's say, you know, like that. And also on the outer part I will probably take it. Or maybe I've taken a darker one over there, I think so, because this one is a little bit light to have. I'm taking it all the way, so I'm using this boas color, and it is 45. A really pretty shimmery one like that. The same one that I used for this plum, just the other side of it. And I'm using it here in the middle, just really stamping it in there. Of course, now when it's on the dark base, it will look different. But it still is very strong, this color, so it definitely will show up, as you can see. I'm continuing with another orange. This one is from MaritMakeupManicure, and it's what is it? Rio Carnival. So the same brush I used already, just because, you know, it doesn't really matter. I will take it on top of this one, and those are a little bit, you know, chalky. So I'm kind of stepping it in there. Stamping it in there, whatever. In the crease here. To get the slightly, you know, orangey feel to it. But lower in the crease. And kind of going out all the way here. So before I do anything else, I will just take a brush like this. And go around. Just to, you know, to blend it a bit. Without any color on for now. So I'm slightly blending out this middle color here with the plum. Just like this. Kind of between them. And the more you buff those colors, they become, you know, more shiny and more like metal. So, like that. I put this really dark violet in the outer corner and also under the eye. And this one is from Guerlain palette in violet. So just here, out here, and just a synthetic, kind of small, not too big brush. So I can kind of stamp it in here. A little bit up here too, but not too. I'm going back, I'm using this brush that was losing some hair. I hope it doesn't happen anymore, because now there's only dry shadows. I think it just got stuck in the cream eyeshadow too much, you know, and then they kind of pulled them out. Yeah, not all the brushes are made for that. So just blending this one in a bit. I'm going over, adding a little bit more of this one in the middle and a little bit more of the plum here, and blending it together because they kind of disappeared too much. So Ofra brown eyeliner. I just used this Smashbox brush, which is really good for these gel liners. And I have a, you know, like a 10 times, I don't know how much, I think 10 times magnifying mirror here, because otherwise... I'm blending these two together for the beginning of the eye here, because I just feel that the other one isn't enough. It's like I don't have anything over there. It just looks too empty compared to everything else. Okay, so time for in a corner. I'm taking this one from Ofra as well. And this is peach. So, also with shimmer and sheen in it. Just, you know, where it's still white, where I did... I put the concealer, the white, whitish kind of concealer. So there's a base here too, to catch this color. One thing, there's a lot of fallout with these eyeshadows. So in the waterline I used this kohl liner from Smashbox, and it's in Bare and it's waterproof. So on top of the BB cream now from Dior, I'm using this Smashbox Studio Skin foundation without sunscreen in it, and also this one, I don't think this one has, yeah, this one has 15. Liquid Halo. Those two together is number 1, and this is number 1.1. Under my eyes, this Skin Flash from Dior in number 1. Now I'm letting this foundation sit for a while, because I have a feeling that in a way they kind of dry up, but in a way they stay sticky. So I want to see what it feels like after a while, and I did my brows in between. So I'm setting these foundations with a puff and this halo powder. Okay, so I'm first using this a tiny bit of this Sisley bronze and face powder, and I'm mixing those two together just to get a not too dark thing going, hopefully. Can always hope, huh? Just going around here where my forehead is kind of bigger than the down here. Even though I do have a side sweat bangs now, but you know, it's still very short. And I'm dry in my forehead. Yeah. So I'm going a little bit overboard over there with this, as it seems. And just kind of not too much inside, just around a bit. So I'm using this Orchid Rose from Sisley, and just a soft brush like that. Yeah, it's kind of pink actually, this one, so. But just up here a bit. Kind of softly going around like that a bit. And if I use a brush like this, it doesn't leave too much, you know. Otherwise it will really be really strong. And it does have some really nice kind of neon pink to it that I really like with this kind of. So as for a blush that also goes in the same kind of, a little bit neon kind of thing going, I'm taking this duo from Guerlain, and it's number 6. Yeah. So, and I'm using a brush like that because those are pretty hardly pressed. So to get something else out, you kind of have to go over them like that. And then even it's like you can't see anything on it even. Yeah. So, and then I'm just dabbing it on. And you see, even then it's like, it takes a while for it to come on. It's like crazy kind of thing, this. Don't know how they so hardly press those. They remind me of the bourgeois that are almost impossible to use, I think. Giving these a little bit of a mix. So I don't know what to put on my lips, but I will try and start with this one. It's a bourgeois lip pencil in Sherbet. It might be too light. So I tried something else and it's too dark. So I'm trying this, I'm using this Smashbox one in Posy together me with, what is this? Nylon in the middle, which is a really nude one. So this one in the middle, this one and the tiniest bit of this Dior gloss in the middle. And I'm taking some out just like that, so I don't, you know, get color in this one. And also, you know, yeah, well, okay, so I think I got to the end, but there's, you know, the foundation doesn't work so well on my skin like this. I think it's because I didn't realize that both actually are pretty long wearing, so they tend to settle in the lines and kind of dry up a bit, even if it didn't dry up the way it was, but it's like, yeah. So the colors, I really like the colors together. But I'm gonna have to figure out another way to use them with kind of, yeah, maybe another combination. So that aside, I think I'm done, and I really love those colors. Like, it's like fall colors maybe, but it doesn't matter. It can be, you know, summer, spring, whatever. Whatever. As long as you like the colors, use them. And yeah. So hope you have a really good week, good time of the year, and enjoying your colors still, and thanks for watching. So, finished look,